Public service announcement. A lot of you dudes got it completely messed up. And you think that because you huff and puff and you willing to blow this house down, that when your woman finally stops speaking, it's because she's surrendering, because she's giving up, because you won the battle. Brother, a woman's silence at the repeated disrespect, that's not her withdrawal. That's not her white flag. It is strategic repositioning. She is not retreating. She's reloading. She's recalibrating. Like, don't get it confused and think because she stops arguing, she stops going back and forth, that you finally got the submission you always deserved. Let me tell you something. If that quote unquote submission came by way of you being forceful, of you demanding it instead of earning it, I promise you that wasn't submission. That was her realizing that you don't have the competence on an emotional level to understand anything that she has to say, so she might as well stop talking. You mistaken her quiet for weakness. You mistaken her distance for defeat. You think because she stopped fighting with you that she gave up. No, that is absolutely wrong. That woman is not broken. She's done. She's done. That's why she's gotten quiet all of a sudden. All of that silence that you enjoying now and you bragging about to your homeboys, boy, that, again, it's not submission. It's strategy. She was never planning her surrender. She's planning her exit. Now, why am I saying this? Is because a lot of you dudes out there, you think the way to get your way with a woman, the way to get her to respect you is to puff out your chest and to walk all tall and to hit below the belt and threaten this and threaten that, take away this, withdraw, stonewall, make her feel like she's in competition, do all of these things that would basically discourage her from speaking up for herself. And guess what? To an extent, you're right. You'll get her to stop speaking up for herself, but you won't get her to stop speaking, period. You just get her to stop speaking to you. You just get her to stop speaking to you. So why are you comfortable? Or while you now finally kicking your feet, your legs up and you kicking back and you thinking, yeah, I got her right where I want her. I promise you, you don't. And if she's right where you want her, it ain't for long before she's gone. That's what she's going to be. Now, as I'm saying this, sisters, I'm only a man, right? And in my 20s, I didn't understand this. It was very famous in public how I didn't understand this. So I'm only still speaking objectively. I need you to vouch for me of what I'm saying is facts. Put facts down in the comments of what I am saying is true. Because it's important. This is the whole purpose of me even speaking on this, is because I need the men who think that they deserve submission, who think that they need some conflict resolution by way of them being more of a masculine man, to understand you're working against yourself when you go about it that way. If you just try to beat the voice out of her, if you try to discourage her from saying what's really on her heart, from expressing to you, if you think that by making it unsafe for her to come to you and talk about things, that's the resolution to your issue, you are in for a rude awakening. And it won't be loud. It will not be by way of her kicking and screaming and pleading and crying and begging and 4-page lettering to you. It won't be like that, man. It's going to be very subtle. It's going to be in her silence. And that silence is not to be mistaken with, again, her surrender. That's your severance notice. It's just written in invisible ink. It's just written in invisible ink. Her quiet typically is going to precede her departure, not her acceptance. You're never going to get that woman to comply out of sheer fright, unless you're at a point where, yes, you're being dangerous, and I hope that you get locked up, and I hope she got brothers and uncles that'll come and see about you. But other than that, you're not going to talk that woman into having zero willpower or zero confidence in what she's experiencing. The only thing you can do is talk yourself out of position to be the one that she comes to about what she's experiencing. Only thing that you can do is talk yourself out of any type of expectation she could have of you, that you could possibly get it if she was just to communicate a little bit longer. So, for example, she used to argue with you. She used to go back and forth anytime that you disrespected her. And then she gets to that point where she just kind of nods as you do what you do. She just nods, and then she changes the subject. And you thinking that you won. You thinking that you got the best of her, but actually she's just gathering evidence and planning her escape route. You see, a lot of times when a woman, even if she's self-assured, even if she's intelligent and she's self-loving, if she's super deeply invested, it takes a bit more confirmation for her to finally say, I give up on this. And so when she gets to that point and she's looking for the evidence to confirm, she gets quiet. She's just confirming what she already knows she has to do. But the amount of love that she has, the amount that she has invested in the relationship is making it to where now she needs a bit more repetitive, recurring patterns to rely on once she leaves, so that once she leaves, she can lock that door for good. And again, one of the biggest misconceptions about this space that a woman gets in is that you got it. Yeah, now she understands. She in the presence of a real man now. No, she's in the presence of a real fool, and she sees you as such, and she's removing herself. Because a real man, and I need to make this very clear, a real man does not need to push a woman to this edge in order to have his way. He don't need to do that. He lifts her higher to have his way. Why? Because a properly loved woman becomes 10 times the woman that she was before. This is something real men understand. This is something alpha males understand. Because alpha males had to learn the hard way. Like whenever I talk about this alpha male thing and whenever I tout myself as alpha, I'm not bragging. Like, this is hard earned. But what I'm trying to get across, especially to women, is that it has to come from the inside. A man has to be personally convicted of this in order to reach this level of himself so he can be anything of value to you. There's nothing you can tell him, teach him. There's nothing you can't be his professor. You can't be his therapist to make him get to this point. You can't. He has to already be convicted for these principles, and his whole evolution is about closing that gap between what he intends and how he implements. That's the alpha male journey. So if you get a man past the age of 30, I guarantee you, he's already closed the gap between what he intends and what he implements, as much as it can be. If he's not already growth oriented, if that man is not already has dead set, he knows what kind of man he should be, and he's been chipping away at anything that's trying to stop him from being that for a very long time. And you'll be able to see this if you understand the track record, how to decode that. I talked about that in my masterclass, Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. But if he hasn't already been doing this, you're not going to start him. So all of that to say, give up on any man who doesn't already get what I'm saying. If he's over the age of 25 and he don't get it already, give up on him, because there's so many men who do. Sis, I know it's hard because your love is so real. It creates a tunnel vision on whoever it is that you invested in, even if they're not their best self, even if it seems like y'all shouldn't be together. I understand. But if you've repeatedly said the things that I've just started saying, and I got more to say, if you repeatedly said this over and over again to this man, and he don't get it, you are essentially blocking the blessing of a man who gets it the very first time that you mention it. Now, if you are in a situation where you're ready for that man who gets it, he hears you just fine the first time, comment the word secrets, and I'm going to send you exactly what you need to attract multiple alpha males so you can choose the one that's right for you. Comment the word secrets if you're ready, if you're in position, if you're on the market for an alpha male. And I will send you my free masterclass. It's free, called Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. So you don't have to go out here and guess at the expense of your best years and your heart. No more. Back to what I was saying though, fellas. That woman, when she gets quiet, brother, don't accuse her of stonewalling or giving you silent treatment or ignoring you or ignoring your behavior. She's documenting it. If I'm speaking facts, put facts down in the comments, sisters. When she gets quiet, she's not all of a sudden blind to what you're doing or saying. She's not ignoring your behavior. It's just that her observation mode has become evidence collection mode. That's what that is. That's what that is. Every dismissive comment, every broken promise, every time that you prioritize other things over her, other obligations, other opportunities to hang out, other things that need your time. Every time she is filing it all away, not for future arguments, but for her future decision making. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If what I'm saying is making sense, please put facts. When a woman gets quiet, it's because, all right, let me move out of his way. Let me just, without me coaching him, pleading with him, begging him, let me see what he'll do on his own. And as he does what he does on his own, I feel better about the decision I already know I'm going to make. That's how a woman is thinking. Meanwhile, you over there, man, beating your chest and bragging to your boys, coaching them up on how to dig themselves into the exact same hole that you're digging yourself into, but you don't even know. Funny how that works. Y'all, again, if I'm trippy, because, sometimes I'll be stepping on toes and people get mad at me. They always say they're going to cancel me. I ain't worried about none of that. And they can't fight. I can fight. So I ain't worried about them whooping on me. So if what I'm saying is the truth, I'm going to keep on talking. Y'all let me know. If I'm speaking facts, put facts. If what I'm saying is the truth, I'm going to keep on talking. But again, I think one of the misconceptions about women who are deeply invested, and I'm again, this may be off, but a lot of men believe that because a woman can get so deeply invested where she'll do anything to make it work, seemingly, she'll give grace and unlimited chances, seemingly, that it's not perishable. Like it's just going to be, it's set in stone. It's automatic. Meanwhile, a woman's emotional availability will go from open to by appointment only, real quick. You thinking that she just going to be there, open, ready to receive, ready to talk, ready to listen, ready to consider what you have to say, ready to express herself whenever you do finally say, okay, baby, let's talk about this. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I could have did things better. You can come with that all you want to, brother. It might be a little too late by the time you do. Because reduced access is going to equate to reduced investment. Reduced investment is going to equate for her reduced risk, reduced loss. So whenever she pulls back her investment, it's going to come with reduced access to you. You can't continue to get that and think, well, she wrong because she don't even care no more. Yeah, because she cared for too long. She used to share everything with you. Now the conversation's at surface level. Doesn't mean that she's punishing you. No, she's protecting information you've proven you cannot handle responsibly. That's what she's doing. Don't misinterpret her being quiet. Don't misinterpret none of that as punishment for you. No, it's protection for her. When she stopped explaining her feelings, it's because you kept on arguing with them. That's not the point of a woman expressing her feelings, guys, brothers. And I know some people are like, man, you be bashing. No, it's just not enough men holding other men accountable. I'm not talking from some pedestal. Like I've been there before. I've been where you've been. Stupid. I have. I don't got nothing to hide behind. But if we're going to be better, it's going to take one of us speaking up towards the rest of us in a way that we can get it if we even want to. And I know most of y'all don't, but the time is going to come where it's too late and you're going to come back to what I'm saying and say, man, D, you was right. Another one of these guys in my inbox saying, man, I wish I had listened earlier. To the very small percentage of men out there who are trying and you just need a little bit of guidance, please, word to the wise. When that woman stops explaining her feelings, it is because you keep on arguing with them. Because in her mind, it's like, why waste words on somebody who weaponizes my vulnerability? That's what she is thinking. Sisters, am I right? Every time she expresses how you've hurt her, you make her wrong for feeling that way. So she gets to a point where she processes her emotions privately. That's the only place that's safe in that space that you created with her. You basically trained her that her feelings with you is dangerous. Her sharing those feelings with you is dangerous, should I say. You've trained her that way. She didn't come in like that. That's why you were able to hurt her to begin with, because at some point she lowered her guard and let you show her that you weren't safe. So when she becomes very quiet, understand that stillness, that's the calm before the storm, not after it. Not after it. Peace, should I say quiet, doesn't equate to resolution. It may equate to preparation. Her preparing her next move. So when she seems oddly calm about things that used to upset her and trigger her and all of that, that's not growth in her tolerance. That's her detachment and progress. She is emotionally divesting, not necessarily to build walls, but to build exits. Come on, somebody. Like, again, I'm totally aware that I am but a human and I could be absolutely off on what I'm saying. But as a woman, if you're listening to this, I don't know who needs to hear this part, but if you're listening to this and you know that this speaks to your truth right now or at a time in your life that you can vividly remember, put facts down in the comments. And then I need you to share this so like-minded people, those that follow you like you, can get this, get in on this conversation and share this truth. Because a lot of misinformation got dudes completely under the wrong notion that when a woman is pulling back and all of that she's trying to get something out of him and she's trying to teach him. She learned hers. She ain't trying to teach you nothing. She's been taught by you. And now that distance that she's created has created clarity about what she can live without. That's what it's done. That space that she's created, it was never meant to punish you or correct you or reprimand you. It was meant to show her that life actually feels a little bit better without you and your drama and your demands and your disrespect. That's what that distance did for her. You thinking it was about you. You keep thinking her whole world revolves around you. And no. She's constantly refining her world according to what belongs and what does not. And you've proven what side of the fence that you deserve to stand on. And she's just moving the furniture around to make that happen. At that point, her goodbye is already written. She's just waiting for the right time to deliver it. I know this hurts some feelings and I don't care. Because honestly, as a man, if you're afraid of pain and discomfort, you're never going to be able to manage your ego and your pride to evolve to that alpha male version of yourself. And what sucks is I know it's in every man. But every man ain't willing to go there because it's painful and we get addicted to comfort and it feels so much better on our ego to have it stroked instead of having it challenged. Elisha, what you doing, girl? Okay, I'm telling these good folks some truth. I'll teach you one day. But right now, give daddy about 2 more minutes. I'm going to wrap up and then we're going to have all the fun, okay? Okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm going to teach her whenever she get older. Because that mental checkout for a woman, that happens long before her physical departure. And that's where a lot of guys feel like, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to get it right and I'm going to do this and I'm going to start listening and applying with, man, it's too late. And then you're going to think that you're a victim because you finally did the right thing at the wrong time. Whole time, the problem is that you have shown her it is not safe to give you second, third, fourth, fifth chances. And she can't unlearn that now. So at this point, she stopped trying to fix things with you. She stopped trying to improve the communication. She stopped trying to save the relationship. And it's not about her surrendering. It's acceptance that some things, they can't be fixed. They can only be left. Because again, you didn't want to internally make the investment, do the work to become the alpha male version of you that didn't need it to get to this point in order to make things right. You see, when I say alpha male, I do realize it can come off like I'm talking about this perfect guy. No, it just means a guy who's so internally convicted to be the best version of himself in every role that he occupies in his life that nobody has to make him, motivate him, or inspire him. It's a mere mention away for this man to change how he shows up in that relationship so long as he's going to be in it. Now, for some women, that still ain't good enough. You need a man to be perfect. But if you're the type of woman that's all you need, you just need a man who's willing to pay attention, listen to understand, not to reply or to respond or rebuttal you. That's all you need. You need a man who takes growth serious on his own before you ever come along. And who makes tangible improvements day by day, week by week, not years go by the same old stuff, make a little bit of progress, then come right back, but tangible improvements. And you can work with that You're the type of woman that is equally yoked with an alpha male. You're a growth-oriented woman in your own right. Now, it don't matter what you're equally yoked with if you're not in position to receive it. I got to be real with my sisters. I got to play a little hardball with y'all. You cannot just sit up here, listen to me, and go out here and think everything's going to fall in your lap. You actually have to use the strategies that I teach in my masterclass, Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. You have to use those in order to position yourself for a true alpha male. It's nice that you are deserving of one and equally yoked with one and prepared for one. But if you're not positioned, you're not going to receive that. But comment the word secrets. I'll send you a link for free. So you can get the strategies. You can get the Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only. Over 14,000 women have already used and gotten success with. Free. I'm not even selling it to you. Comment the word secrets. I'll send it to you. Or click the link that you see pinned down there in the bottom. Also in the caption. If you don't see it, just hit the link that's in the caption. I do see it already in the caption. But back to what I was saying, man. When a woman is silent after she's repeatedly been disrespected, I promise you, brother, she is not withdrawing. She's not. She is repositioning. She's not retreating. She's reloading. That quiet you're interpreting as peace is just the preparation, man. It's the preparation for a life without you. She is not planning to stay. She is planning to stay away from you. But those are just my thoughts. Again, sisters, if you feel like anything I said was true, find a little arrow down here and hit that share button so somebody else in your timeline can be blessed with this message the same way you just did. Don't be selfish. Good karma coming your way because somebody need to hear this. But I'm your internet big bro. You know I got your back. And again, if you want more content like this, you ain't got to stop here. My Secrets to Attracting Alpha Males Only masterclass is going to bless you. About an hour long of me deep diving into exactly what you need to do to attract alpha males so you can choose the one that's right for you. You use those strategies correctly, they're going to have you kind of overwhelmed with the good options for who you can do this thing called life with. And it's free. Comment the word secrets. I'll send it to you or click the link that you see pinned down in the comments or up in the caption. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.